You were telling us about Gareth Southgate, who not only brought in Marcus Rashford and Phil Foden, but swapped them around ruthlessly to further bamboozle the Welsh.
Yeah, well, he made 4 changes in total, and bringing in Kyle Walker was obviously something of a risk, which seems to have paid off. He got, nearly an hour's worth of football, and Henderson coming in as well. But first half was very similar to the USA game, I think, with England huffing and puffing, and I think that's what Wales had taken their lead on in their approach to the game, of almost, we can let these guys punch themselves out and turn on each other, and the boos will rain down from the stands, and we can make hay from there. But whatever Southgate did or said at half-time clearly worked. England came out revitalised. I wonder also if perhaps the loss of Nico Williams for Wales played a part, because it was down that side that at least one of the goals came from in the second half. But Wales, as has been the theme of the tournament, let down by some of the players who have been so vital for them throughout the years. Now, Ben Davies at fault for one of the goals. Bale apparently injured, hauled off at half-time. Ramsey and Allen anonymous, and it all just felt, as it has done all tournament, that this was a step too far for them. And they go home, having been to the World Cup for the first time in 64 years and left it having scored 1 goal, which was a penalty, and with 1 point. I think that there's real reason to look back with regret for them. But for England, they've won the group. It's almost been vintage England. They've had the performance that we all get hyped up by, the one that we're all really disappointed by, and then another one just to see you through to the knockout stages, albeit it's the first time in quite a while that they've topped the group at the World Cup. So all going a bit too well, possibly.
All right, so Marcus Rashford opened the scoring with a wonderful free kick.
Yeah, he's got this in his locker, hasn't he? I remember seeing him score one at Stamford Bridge for Man United a few years ago. Similarly, I heard some unkind people maybe questioning Danny Ward, but I think it was just really well struck by Rashford. Again, it was a free kick that didn't really need to be given away, but it was Foden's running that had done that, kind of slaloming his way through the Wales defence and inviting the challenge, and yeah, just well and truly thumped by Rashford. And before they'd even cleared their heads, there's Rashford again to pounce on a mistake from Ben Davies. Harry Kane, the silver boot nominee, flashing one across the face of goal and turned in for 2-0 by Foden. Rashford gets another 3 and easy, as you could say. But yeah, Bellingham exceptional, certainly in the first half again. Henderson certainly added something in terms of being Southgate's chief lieutenant on the field. People like Trent Alexander-Arnold got some football, which doesn't harm, and it's all looking pretty good for England at the moment. I'm probably not going to see the likes of Maddison and Gallagher if we didn't see them tonight, but an interesting challenge awaits in Senegal, and a new opponent for England, and certainly a step up in class from what they faced in Iran and in Wales in particular, and possibly even from the USA, I'd say.
We also saw an appearance from Chesney Hawkes. How was he?
Annoyingly, the BBC didn't broadcast that, which was a real shame, I thought.
I wonder which song he would
I was going to say, I'm not sure what he played, but there was only one contender, yeah. I suppose you could say.
It was a moment of real quality, wasn't it, to open the game
Chesney?
up?
No.
No, not Chesney. Now, from Marcus Rashford, I think for all of England's improvements after the break and that slight tactical tweak, it was a moment of individual quality from a free kick that just opened the game up, because then Wales had to come out, and from there, I think England really tore at them, and they pressed noticeably better in that second half. I just think this England team, because of all the quality they've got in forward areas, just need to be that little bit more proactive inside the opposition half, go hunting the ball, win it in good areas, because on those transitions, Foden, Rashford, Kane, Saka, if he's playing Sterling, these are guys that all thrive off those situations rather than tepid side-to-side football. I just feel that we, as a team, need to create our own energy and create our own chances through a bit more drive, and we did see that in the second half. So and it was great to see Rashford on fire. I think we were saying this while we were watching the game, weren't we? From where he was last year at the end of last season, he looked broken as a player. He didn't look like he was enjoying football. Maybe life, we don't know what was going on inside his head at the time, but he wasn't right. He was low. He just looked low. And to see him uplifted this season and to go and produce that performance tonight on the big stage, I think is really heartwarming. And it just goes to show the importance of the mental state of all of the players. And I think as fans, we always should take a little step back sometimes and just think, how are these players? Are they all right in themselves? Rather than just going for lambasting a poor performance, because there's so many other things outside that can affect people.
Yeah.
And I'm just delighted to see him back to his old self.
Hello there. If you've enjoyed this video, why not subscribe to this channel? And if you'd like more Totally Football Show content, then just search for us on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Not an Athletic subscriber yet? Then just head to theathletic.com/totally to find out our latest entry offer.